Okay, I think we're good. Yes, finally. I was having some issues connecting just then, but hopefully it's okay. If it is buffering strange or anything, just let me know so I can try and fix it. My connection is not the best here on the island, but what can you do? Anyway, so welcome to the channel, and especially to those of you who are newly subscribed. Thank you so much for checking it out. I hope that you're enjoying the readings that I'm posting so far on the channel. Just to quickly introduce myself for those who don't know me or are not familiar with my work. My name is Demari. I'm a high priestess, spiritual coach, card reader, a bunch of other things. So the list goes on, but welcome. And I hope that you do feel welcome here on my little channel. This is a new channel that I created. I do have another one under the name Demari v Sith. I think there's a couple of readings even up on this channel that's linked to that one, so you can easily check that one out as well. But yes, this is going to be my new primary my new primary channel, if I can get my words out. So that's why I'm kind of focused more here on building content here. So hopefully you'll enjoy the readings. So this is going to be the full moon in Virgo reading for all elements. So how I do the lunar readings is that I base it on element, not individual zodiac sign. So yeah, just to make it easier, save time, and also because the energies tend to be reflected in very similar, the elements tend to blend together a little bit with these energies. So I figured it's easier to just compact it into elements rather than individual zodiac signs, right? So yes, that's how I'm doing it, and that's how I've been doing it for some time. So we'll look at the key themes and energies that you need to know with this lunar transit. It is a significant one. I mean, a full moon in Virgo. Yeah, I mean, that really gives us an indication of what groundwork needs to be done and where there's instability in the foundations that we're trying to create. So it's a really good time for doing the weeding, I would say, getting into the nitty-gritty and seeing what works and what doesn't. So that way you can just uproot what no longer serves and start planting new seeds. Now is the time to get really serious about the foundation you want to create and where you feel like your life is taking you at this time. What is it that you want your legacy to look like, right? So this is a really good time to just purge out whatever isn't a part of that vision so you can start implementing the changes where needed. So that's kind of the overall energy that I've been getting for this particular transit. So what we'll do is we'll pull some oracle messages first. Sorry if you could hear Sabelle in the background. She's she's been snoozing, so now she's quite active. So she may jump around and stuff. Okay. So we'll pull some oracle cards, starting with the Moonology, and then we'll go into the quantum, and then we'll get some Lenormand cards using the Gilded Reverie. I've been loving that so much. Like, I really enjoy using this deck, so we'll continue with that. And then I'll go over to the Book of Shadows Tarot to get more insights and messages for you. So hopefully you enjoy it. Thank you so much to those who are checking this out. So without further ado, let's get into your reading. For those who are watching after the fact, you'll see that it's timestamped, so you can just go to your specific element. Okay. All right. So we're going to start off with this. I almost said the sign. We're going to start off with the element of water. Okay. So water signs, what is it that you need to know at this time with this full moon in Virgo transit? The energy is already supercharged. It's not even in that window yet, but it's already really intense. So I'm very curious. But for water signs, please, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, what is the key theme of this full moon in Virgo transit for water signs? I'll take one more card. Yeah, perfect. So water signs, you have step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Okay. And you also have meditate and contemplate. Okay. That is new moon in Pisces. So interestingly, with this energy, it goes directly back into the overall theme that I was discussing for you guys. It is about doing things differently, okay? That weeding is going to be really key because it is time for you to step out of the comfort zone, right? You need to get out of the box you've put yourself in for a long time. A lot of you are in this energy of beginning to reinvent yourself, reinvent who you perceive yourself to be, and also how you want to project yourself out into the world. Okay, so your ego is undergoing, I would say, a bit of a reinvention at this time, because you are changing your frequency. You are stepping out into a new frequency. So in order to do that, everything else that makes you who you are is also having to be recalibrated and readjusted to this new frequency that you're stepping into. So that does require making some big decisions, okay, across the board. You know, your work, your interpersonal relationships, your personal development, right? The skills that you want to work on, the personal growth that you're doing, your healing practices, your spiritual practices, the way you communicate with yourself, the way you communicate with others, the way you visually present yourself. All of these things are changing, right? So it's really key at this time to sit back and reflect, hence meditate and contemplate, right? Sit back and reflect. Who am I now? Who am I becoming? What is it that I want to adapt? What is it that I need to weed out of my life at this time? What is it that I'm remolding? So you're in a very creative energy. I see you kind of using yourself as the clay at this time and molding yourself into this new version of yourself, especially if we look at it from, say, like the Cancerian crab, right, perspective. It applies to all water signs, but I'm just using this as an example. You have long outgrown the shell, okay? The shell has been coming off, okay? Piece by piece, it's cracking off you, because I feel like there was a lot of reluctance to release it. So because there was a lot of reluctance, it kind of got to the point where the pressure got so great against the shell that you were essentially breaking it piece by piece and it was falling away from you. But now it's got to the point where there's very little of the former shell on you at this point. So it's better to just surrender it now. Release it, let it just fall away. So that's what I feel like you're encouraged to do at this time, because it's time to get into the new shell. You've already seen it, right? You can already see it. Say you're that little crab on the beach. You've already got your sight set on that perfect shell. So it's time. It's time to take the steps, make the move, transition over to that new shell. You know, slowly work your way into it, get accustomed to it, get acclimatized to your new environment. For some of you, that does mean that you're even changing location. You could be moving home. You could be changing jobs. For a lot of you, it's going to reflect in multiple ways. You are undergoing a reinvention. Absolutely. I feel that very strongly for a lot of you. But it's across the board. It's not just on a superficial level. It's across the board. All right. So actually, where am I doing? I need to get the quantum message first for you. So let's get that and see what you need to know from the quantum oracle at this time. What is it that water signs need to know with this full moon and Virgo transit? Yeah, travel in reverse. Okay. So I feel like, yeah, there's been so much reluctance, right? So much reluctance of moving forward, okay? Making those changes, especially change of environment. That's why you're being encouraged. Step out the comfort zone, okay? See, that is the North Node. Go towards where your destiny lies. Okay, you're being urged to move. It's time. It's time to go forward. But a lot of you are still reluctant to make this move. You know what change you need to make. There's a big one. I feel like for every single one of you watching, if you find this message, there is some big change that is required in your life, but you're scared to do it on some level. You know, whether you want to admit that or not, on some level, there is some form of resistance to that because it requires a big change, because it's something that forces you out of the comfort zone. That's exactly what's going to put you where you need to be. So it's time. That's what I need to say to you. If you've been waiting for a sign that it's time to make this move, this is it, okay? It is time. Hey, Lauren, thank you so much for dropping by. That's crazy. My North Node is in Virgo. Awesome. Yes. So there you go. It is time. It is time to make this move, whatever it means to you. It doesn't have to be physically relocating, but I feel like for a lot of you, it's a big change in terms of possibly work, love, yeah, your home environment, or all of the above. There's a leap of faith that is required here, especially because there is news coming in. Wow. Okay, so this is a really important message for you guys. You have the tulip, okay, number 9. So yes, there is an invitation here. This is someone extending you some kind of invitation. This could be an employment offer. For some of you, it will involve relocation. You'll have to move to another town, another city, state, country even, okay? For some of you, it's a romantic gesture. Someone is wanting you to take the next level with them, take a bold step forward. This could be a proposal. This could be someone wanting you to live with them, right? Find the perfect home with them. For others of you, this is an invitation for a change in career, like not just changing jobs, but changing trajectory completely, a new career path, something that can lead to a lot of abundance, a lot of happiness, right? Building a very strong community around this. I feel like it does bring a lot of joy, happiness. It's something that could be very creative, something that allows you to create a very beautiful life. I feel whatever this invitation is, it's significant. And I feel like for those of you who refuse to accept or take this leap of faith forward, there's going to be consequences, right? 11. That is a very significant number, right? That is the number of new beginnings, big changes. And I feel like if you refuse to make these changes, you're going to experience loss. Okay. The more I feel like you've been resisting this for a long time, but if you continue to resist, you're going to start witnessing loss and lack instead of gain and abundance. Okay. Because it's like you're hindering your own progress. That's essentially what it is. So I don't feel like, because this energy can be quite harsh. Okay. It's the broom, the birch, but I don't feel like this is punishment as such. This is more like that you will experience a loss. You will lose out on an opportunity. You will see things start to fall apart in your reality because you're forcing yourself to stay somewhere that you don't belong. So it's important to be flexible, adaptable, to be able to discern a good opportunity when you see one, because I feel like there is one coming in for a lot of you. So just be open to that is what I would say. All right, and some key tarot messages to wrap up this reading, to give us a bit more insight about this. That's more about this opportunity that could be coming in for my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Oh, I have the deck upside down. This doesn't have reversals for me at the moment. Yeah, 2 of Wands. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely about changing timelines, leaving your former reality behind and going towards the new. What else? Told you guys, the Lovers, it's a decision. Remember, this used to be the choice back in the day. I feel like it does signify a significant choice. For some of you, it is tied into a romantic offer here. This could be a soulmate connection. Definitely a soulmate connection, I would say. That's what I'm feeling. This is significant. This offer can change everything. But that's where you have to surrender your pride, find compromise, a means to work things out with this person, okay? Because this may be someone you already know, and this may surprise you, this offer that comes in. So you have to be open to, working out the kinks, I would say. This is not someone that's just coming out of nowhere that you've never seen before. This is someone you already know, where it's a love offer. For others of you, this is about partnership in a work sense, okay? Tell me more. Yeah, Ace of Swords. That's just confirmation, okay? That you are getting downloads. You will be getting downloads. You will be getting a lot of truth. I feel like when you have this conversation, I also feel like as well, you'll be getting a lot of very strong signs, synchronistic little events that take place around you to confirm that this is it, that this was something that was blessed by the divine, that the divine guided this towards you at this time. You may even get signs of this in the dream state. So pay close attention to your dreams at this time, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of signs coming in from your spirit guides that this was something divinely guided. This is not something that you have to be fearful of. And the last card, please. Look at that, the Emperor, Aries energy. So I'm telling you, this is divine masculine energy for some of you. And with the circle, that's the Hanged Man, okay? Pisces. So we have Pisces, Aries, and Gemini coming in strong in your reading, but don't get fixated on the signs. This is just the energy. But what I'm getting here is that, yeah, you are literally at a crossroads. You are about to make a decision that can change the course of your life. That's how big it is, okay? You can choose this high road, choose the higher path, put your ego aside, work out your differences with this person in order to collaborate, possibly in a business sense, a work situation, in a community sense. Maybe there's some kind of community project, something humanitarian. I've been getting that a lot for water signs recently. Or this is about partnership in a romantic sense, okay? Coming together with possibly, it's either a high level soulmate, a twin flame, or a divine counterpart, right? Because all of those things can be different and they'll teach you different things, but they serve different purposes. But either way, this connection absolutely serves a purpose. And I feel like if you have already had dealings with this person, it's not over. The story is not finished. There is more to be explored and discovered and experienced from this connection, okay? So if this person comes in and you know for a fact that this invitation is coming from this person, it's this person, then I feel like you're being asked to use your discernment when making a decision, because you're going to get signs on the right path through the dream state, especially, okay, as well as in your conscious, day-to-day life, you're going to see signs of that as well, okay, pointing towards the right direction. But I'm telling you, this masculine energy, this could even be you for those of you who resonate with the divine masculine energy, but for others of you who resonate more with the feminine energy, this person you're meant to partner with in some shape or form. Like I said, there's work to be done here. It does tie into your destiny, that North Node energy, right? Step out of your comfort zone, meditate and contemplate. Don't make a hasty decision, because if you do, like I said, you could end up taking a significant loss. You could end up missing out on either the love of your life, a profound lesson that completely changes your life in a really profound way, puts you on your spiritual path in a way that you would never have experienced before. Or this is a business partnership that will lead to unbelievable amount of success, longevity, creating a very strong foundation and community. So it's very significant, okay? The numbers 9 and 11 already screams volumes to me, okay? This is something divinely guided. This is something that's supposed to help you elevate and align you to your North Node, your true North, right? Your destiny. This is something predestined that's about to play out for you, water signs. So this is nuts, okay? I knew this full moon was going to be significant, but this is insane. So yeah, I would say keep an eye out for that, okay? Because I feel like you are going to see some kind of communication over the next 2 weeks that could literally transform your life. So I hope that helps. Okay. So that was water signs. We're now going to go over to earth signs. So this will be for, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Of course, you can watch from your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements, okay? So let's see. For earth signs, please, what do they need to know with this full moon in Virgo transit? What is it they need to know? Amazing. I couldn't have got them a more perfect card for you, earth signs. This is nuts. And the next card, please. Thank you. Yes. Wow. Oh my God, these energies are potent. I can't even tell you. So you have full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. Could I get a more perfect card for a full moon in Virgo reading for the earth signs? Yes, you need to know this because you guys have been working hard on yourselves, like really hard. First quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. And I honestly feel like this is not about speaking about anyone else. It can go into that. I do believe it will tap into that from what I'm feeling, but more than anything, it's about commitment to self, okay? All of these self-improvements that you've made, conscious decisions to focus on your growth, your stability, self-love, okay, self-worth, really tapping into your inner power, your inner strength, your inner beauty. And I feel like that has transformed you. You've gone through a significant glow up. You may be slow to realize that, okay, because you've just been diligently putting your first, your best foot forward, one after the other. But you are experiencing a significant glow up on every level, not just physically, not just emotionally, not just mentally, spiritually, even on every level. But now there's something coming up here that's going to put that to the test, put everything you've learned to the test. Your self-love is about to be tested in some significant way. This could be someone coming back. Sorry, Mr. Crow. This could be someone coming back that put you in an energy of lack, of feeling like you weren't enough, that would play on your weaknesses, that would play on your insecurities, right? That's possible. So if there is someone coming back as a test from the divine to see if you really have become strong in your conviction when it comes to self-love, I feel like it's going to show you something that you did not expect. I feel like for some of you, this person's view of you is going to change based on the way you carry yourself as well. Now, because you have so much self-love, they start to look at you from a different light because they see that you know your worth, and they have no choice but to respect the fact that you have so much self-worth. I think they saw it anyway. It was already obvious to this person. But whilst you wasn't aware of it, it's easy for them to project their own insecurities on you, right? To make themselves feel better. But now if you're very strong in this energy of knowing that you are plenty, then it's harder for people to do that, okay? So that's what I'm getting here. This could be an ex-partner, this could be a family member, a friend, a neighbor, a colleague, a boss, right? It could be whoever, but we'll see. But I do feel like there are people that are going to test that. So let's go into it. Tell me more about this energy for Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, please. Tell me more about this. Yeah, look at that. Joyous fun. That's it. I feel like you are happy. I feel like you are genuinely contented. That you're happy where you're at. You're happy with the progress you've made. It makes you want to go out, celebrate, do fun things, enjoy life once again. Because you feel really good about your progress. You feel really good at just being in your own skin, just embracing all that you are. So again, I feel like people are seeing this change in you. People are seeing that you're happier, that you're more stable in your energy, that you are just embracing yourself in your, full authenticity. And that makes people want to spend time with you. That makes people want to, be around you because your energy is just magnetic at this time. So even like I said, these haters possibly, or a particular hater may come back around, to see where you're at and be blown away by this change that you've made. And so, yes, they might, try and get under your skin a little bit just to see if it has the same effect. But when they realize it doesn't, I think they're going to be in awe of how much you've changed, right? But that's the question, are you going to let the words or energies of others, dampen this gorgeous energy that you're currently in, where you do feel happy, where you feel very grateful, very contented, that you want to enjoy your life, right? And sharing your blessings. So it all comes down to you, really. Okay, so let's get more on this. I feel like this is very self-explanatory, but it's always good to get more insight and see what specific circumstances may come up. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's someone that's coming in that kind of throws you off center. And this is going to be a big test to see if you've really integrated these changes, if it's still not fully integrated, or if it's something that is well embedded, right, into your conscious and unconscious. Because consciously, you could have embedded this, newfound confidence, self-empowerment, self-love. But on an unconscious level, Who knows, right? This will be a test of that. Yeah, look at this. We have 39, the dice, okay? So this is all about taking big risks, high stakes gamble. And 14, the fox, okay? Because so these numbers could mean something to you. This could be people's ages. This could be their birth dates. But regardless, I feel like someone's coming in that you possibly in the past took a risk on, that you believed in, that you listened to, and that actually was this fox energy, someone who was projecting onto you and then would flee the scene, right? Because they didn't want to face their own shadow. They didn't want to face the fact that they were in this energy of insecurity, in this energy of lack, of not feeling good enough, right? But this is someone that you once believed in and took a risk on, and you feel like, well, it was a risk that didn't pay off. But this person is coming back in. So I do feel like it's a specific individual, okay? You could have been dealing with multiple people that kind of brought you down, but I feel like there's one specific person that really affected your confidence that's coming back in. And so this is going to be a significant test for you to see, have you truly integrated this self-love energy on an unconscious level, you know, and that will speak volumes to you as well. And then you'll know what work perhaps you still need to do, or if you really have, you know, integrated that, and if it's time to just build upon more of the same, right? So either way, I don't see it being a bad thing. Even if this person is able to, you know, pick at your wounds or get under your skin a little bit, I don't feel like they'll be able to elicit the same kind of response that they once did. And I feel like all it will do is just highlight to you, okay, yeah, so I've still got this trigger, so that's what I need to work on. So I'm kind of getting more of that energy. So you'll just be like, okay, I see that. Well, thanks for that. And then just leave, you know, it's that kind of energy. I don't see you sticking around to fight with this person or anything like that. Okay, so let's continue and see what else we can get in terms of the tarot. So tell me more about this circumstance for my earth signs. Yeah, wow. First card out, Ace of Swords, energy. So yeah, I feel like you may already be getting intuitive hits that this person is coming back, okay? I do feel like for a lot of you, this is either, I do get the sense that it has more of a romantic connotation or something like that. It could be a friend as well. Yeah, you have the Star, Aquarius energy. So someone's coming back wanting to heal things because they see you in a different light. I told you, they don't see you in the same way, even if they come back with this cocky attitude, right? Because the fox tends to be sly, sneaky, a little bit prideful. Okay, foxes are not bad though. I mean, the fox gets a bad rep, gets a bad reputation, but foxes are not inherently bad at all. They're just sneaky, right? And yeah, they have to be, because their life is often at stake when they're trying to get food, right? So, but in this case, I feel like this person is, yeah, they were a bit deceptive because they were projecting onto you. But now they absolutely, it's undeniable that you have gone through this glow up, this transformation. Your value cannot be denied. But I think they knew it anyway. It's just they were projecting onto you. But now they're wanting to heal things with you, it looks like. And they're willing to work on themselves as well, I think, at this point, or they have been. But definitely enough to want to come forward and express that, you know, the truth is they do want to work things out with you on some level. And again, I feel like this is either a romantic interest, an ex-partner, or a friend, okay? Too many cards. Just one, please. Yeah. So we got the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. So we've got two of the same cards that water signs got. But yeah, they're definitely looking at things from a different perspective. I feel like this person has had to sacrifice a lot, has had to make significant changes. There may have been a situation played out that made them realize how they treated you was unfair, because they were getting the same kind of treatment, most likely. Yeah, look at this. I had another card under it, but I'm only taking one more. The Ace of Cups. So we have the Ace of Swords on one end and the Ace of Cups on the other. Yeah, the truth is this person actually has a great deal of love for you. All right. But ultimately, it's up to you how you want to proceed in this connection. If you want to heal it, or if you want to forgive and, you know, move on, essentially. But for a lot of you, this is romantic. It has a romantic connotation. For others of you, this is a very good friend, a very close friend of yours. And I feel like, yeah, they really do have a great deal of love for you. They want to heal the connection. They don't want to see you disappear from their lives by any means. But this is a decision you need to make. And ultimately, it does depend as well on how this person treats you, you know, and how they've treated you in the past. And if you can make amends. I think before anything, you're going to want to get the truth, okay? Get all the details of what exactly happened or what their true intentions are. It does look like they want to heal things with you. It does look like, you know, the divine essentially forced them to look within and make certain sacrifices and changes in order for them to even be able to come forward. So I do feel like they are starting to make some changes. It does look like they want to open up to you about what happened, if you had a falling out, or if they feel like there was something that was misconstrued, or you didn't have the facts, or someone lied about something. They want to clear up anything that needs to be cleared up. They want to clear the air with you. And I feel like you'll then make a decision. I think ultimately you still care about this person. You still have a lot of love for this person, because that's the kind of individual you are, right? You are a very loving, nurturing, happy individual generally, right? This energy here, this is like Empress energy. You have a lot to give. So I feel like your love is pretty unconditional, but that doesn't mean you're going to allow people to walk all over you or treat you anyhow. No, far from it. So I feel like ultimately you'll make a decision that's in your best interest, because you have learned this powerful lesson of self-love. So whilst I feel like you will at least be able to hear this person out, you're willing to at least give them the time of day to explain themselves. I feel like you're going to make an informed decision based on what feels right to you and what's best for you. So that in itself, that decision there shows that you have integrated this learning, that you will be able to apply this lesson as wisdom. So this is like, you know, a cycle has been completed. You have accomplished the task, you know. So that's amazing. I do feel like as well that this person might come in with a bit of a jokey, playful manner, you know, especially with, you know, the dice, the fox, and joyous fun. I don't feel like they're going to come at you serious, but I feel like you're not going to be messing around, right? You're going to want to clear things up before anything. So I think you kind of setting the standard and the tone is really going to show this person like, oh, they mean business, you know, they really have changed. So yeah, I feel like the ball's in your court. If you felt like you were the one that was kind of just being pushed around, not anymore. Okay. So I hope that helps whoever needed that message. And I feel like as well that this is something that you're going to be able to apply across the board in all of your connections, because you've learned this lesson and now you're able to put it into practice in this particular situation. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to take a swig of my apple juice and we'll get into the next reading. Okay. So now I'm going to go over to fire signs. Oh, wrong deck. So this is going to be for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So what do fire signs need to know at this time with this full moon in Virgo transit? For fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, what is the key themes? Oh, too many cards. Apparently the cards really want to talk for you guys as well. So, okay. Wow, interesting. So you got Virgo and Pisces energy as well, but on the flip side. So you have a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. Okay. So it's all about balancing the energies out, especially because you do have balanced spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So yeah, like I was saying, balancing the energies out is going to be really important for you guys at this time. I do feel like as well that you have been in this energy of wanting to make improvements, just trying to get things done, trying to keep yourself afloat, I just get this chaotic energy of like, do that, change this, fix that, get rid of that. It's that kind of energy I'm getting for you. But now I feel like it's about, rather than worrying about what's going to help you look good on the surface, or what's bringing, well, how do I explain this energy? It's like you're making positive changes in your life because you know it needs to happen. Absolutely. But what I'm also getting is that some of it is on a like surface level, because you want to present yourself in a certain way, and that's not a bad thing. But now it's about focusing on your interpersonal relationships, I feel, okay? Giving back to yourself, giving back to those who also give to you. So you may be doing some weeding when it comes to your interpersonal relationships, because like I said, your energy has been split. You've been pushed and pulled in so many different directions. And I feel like you're just taking the time to pull back energetically and be like, okay, I've been working on all these things in my life. I've had people demanding this, this, and this of me. But some of these connections need to go because they just deplete me. They don't bring anything healthy to the table. They just take from my time, take from my energy. So now I think that you're really taking a step back to balance these energies out between giving to yourself and giving to others, focusing on your spiritual practices, connecting with source, with the divine, with God more, right? The universe, and reflecting on, okay, who really is for me? Who is really part of my tribe? Who really has my back? And who should I be giving my time and energy to, right? So that's what you're being encouraged to do. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're finding new ways to give back to yourself healthily, okay? Having more time to yourself, maybe reducing some of your obligations, or, just kind of whatever responsibilities you have, maybe distributing it in a way that's more fair. So it's not all falling on your shoulders or falling on someone else's shoulders. And then when it comes to your relationships, seeing who is really connecting with me on a heart level, on a soul level, and who's only there superficially, right? So you're giving your time and energy to the right things, to the right people, okay? Finding that balance is really key. Okay, so let's go into the quantum and see where else we can find out here for you. But I definitely feel like for a lot of you guys, it's like you've been so concerned with practical matters that you haven't even had a lot of time to focus on this stuff. So that's why you're being asked to pull your energy back so you can reflect, meditate, connect with source, and get those insights on what needs to be addressed, right? Okay. Whoa, interesting. You got the same card as the earth signs did. Joyous fun. Yeah, connecting with people that makes you feel uplifted, that makes you feel good, but not in a superficial way, okay? Not that gives you extreme highs and then extreme lows, like the roller coaster ride, but people that give you this baseline energy of positivity, of wanting to lift you up, wanting to see you succeed, wanting to see you grow, that really do connect with you, in an authentic way, okay? And I think that's the problem. You may have been connecting with people that really do fuel your ego, but then as soon as they have whatever they want from you, or as soon as, say if you go out for the night, yeah, you may be getting a lot of compliments from these people, and, they may be massaging your ego, so you buy them drinks, or they might buy you drinks and, make you feel really good about yourself. But then as soon as the night ends, they might drop off the radar and you might not hear from them for weeks, right? So it's like that kind of energy, rather than being around people that you can like go out with, split the tab with, or buy rounds with, or, I'm just using these as examples. You might not even drink, but these are just examples, right? Or that you can then maybe the next weekend just chill, watch a movie with, have a pizza night with. Another weekend you might go on a hike, do something outdoors, things like that. People that you can find joy, fulfillment in different capacities, not just in a superficial way, but you can truly connect with on multiple levels, right? You don't necessarily even have to have the same interests, but people that care about the same things, that have the same core values, that really care about connecting with you as a person and not just, you know, what you can bring to the table or how you can make them look good, right? It's that kind of energy. Okay. So, yeah. And I feel like that's what you're being encouraged to do. Feed the connections that are feeding your soul, essentially. That is pretty much the message. Okay. And do things for yourself that is fulfilling on an emotional level, that feeds your soul as well. So let's get some Lenormand and see what else. Oh, there was a card that was already flipped up. Yeah, I'm going to put it back though, because I think that may have already been like that from the previous shuffle. So, okay. You have 20, the garden, the park, right? So this is about, again, this is about external things externally. This is about being out in public, things being seen in the public eye. Again, I feel like it's reflecting what needs to change here, because this is all about what looks good in comparison to what feels good. So I feel like, again, when it comes to how you want to project yourself out into the world, that seems to be a bit of a theme here as well. That's going through a bit of a transformation, because I feel like the people that you are socializing with, your social group, is changing. I do feel like as well that you do, fire signs, you are very fixated on appearances and you want to look a certain way. You want to attract certain things that look a certain way, that you want to build a beautiful life. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to build a beautiful life, something that looks aesthetically pleasing to you, that makes you feel comfortable, right? You may be very focused on building a life of luxury, but make sure you know why you're doing that. And it's not just for superficial reasons, is what I want to say. And that you're not only gravitating towards people that make you look good, okay? You want to be around people that make you feel good. And I think that's what you're realizing. Okay. And the last card, please. Yeah, this is perfect. Number 8, you have the coffin. This is confirmation that you're putting that old way of doing things to death, okay? You're bringing an end to that, because again, you're wanting to fixate on connections that breathe life into you, that breathe life into your lifestyle, and not, deaden that energy that brings this kind of air of like stagnancy, of superficiality, of there just being nothing beneath the surface, soulless, right? You're bringing an end to that, because you're realizing now that, yeah, you want something more. You want something deeper, more profound. You want, like I said, heart-centered connections. You want to feed into relationships, friendships, family connections that are mutual, that there is that innate understanding. There is that unconditional love. There is that support, that care, compassion, empathy, a desire to, uplift one another, especially when you're going through rough times, rather than feeling like you're in it alone, right? So that's the kind of energy I've got from this. Okay. And now let's get some tarot. But yeah, I feel like you're really just focusing on, I feel like there is a strong healing taking place underneath the surface as well. So when you're alone, I feel like when you're in this contemplative, meditative state, there's a lot of healing taking place as well. You may have had to end several friendships, or you are in the process of ending several friendships because of the fact that they just don't feel good to you anymore, because it feels superficial. And you want something deeper. You want something where the energy is reciprocal, right? And it's not just for show. It's not just people that, being around the beautiful people or whatever, you know what I mean? Or people that have status, wealth, that sort of thing. Okay, tell me more about this energy here. 2 of Wands. It's another card that's been wanting to come up quite a lot in these readings. Yeah. Significant changes in lifestyle. I'm seeing it across the board. People are starting to get really, serious about what truly matters to them. And I feel like you're in the same journey. There are two pathways that are open to you, fire signs. And I feel like you want to choose the path where you feel that your soul is lifted, rather than feeling like you're being suppressed, or that you have to hold yourself back, that you can't be authentic, that you can't really give your best, or that people won't really see you for you, right? Yeah, Four Swords, told you. There's that healing energy, okay? Going on a journey, a path to healing, of self-discovery, connecting with source, with spirit, with your guides to help point you in the right direction. Maybe even, if you pray, you may be praying a lot or meditating a lot for that guidance. I do see that being encouraged, because I feel like for some of you, you do feel a bit lost because of these big changes that are happening, that you don't feel like you really know who has your back and who doesn't. But I think deep down you do know. It's just right now you're a little bit overwhelmed emotionally, because you're coming to this realization that your old lifestyle needs to end. Okay, with that coffin card there. All right, tell me more. Oh my gosh, this card has been haunting the readings as well. The Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Now, this is it. You're in contemplation. This is you realizing that if you want to improve your life, certain changes are needed. And you're reflecting and realizing that, you've been dealing with some superficial people because you've been on some level projecting that energy. You've not allowed people to see the depths of your soul, your character, right? You've been keeping everything at a surface level. And I think it's not because you feel like you shouldn't be your authentic self. And I feel like it's more out of protection, wanting to protect your heart, right? Because you love deeply. And people forget this about fire signs. They talk about water signs and how much love they have. Yes, water signs are very loving. They're very deep, very spiritual. But fire signs, when it comes to love, fire signs love intensely, with an intensity that cannot be matched. I mean, when you love someone or something, you give it your all, right? Until you can't anymore. So that's why you guys tend to be more protective over your heart, because you know that if you give it to someone, you give it with everything you've got, right? So that's what I'm getting from this. That you're realizing that it's about balance, right? It's about balance. Okay, and the final card, please. Just one. Keep getting like a bunch of them wanting to come out. Yeah, there we go. Tower. This is bringing tower moments in your life. Scorpio energy, not a bad thing. Don't get scared by the tower. A lot of people do. There's no need, because it's also bringing healing. The Star. Oh, sorry, this isn't the Star. This is Temperance. Yeah, my bad. Temperance energy, Sagittarius. So you see, by making this conscious choice to change your approach to your life, to change the kind of energies you want to be around, the connections you want to involve yourself in, the way you want to conduct yourself, live your life, it's going to bring profound changes, tower moments, right? Maybe small, maybe great. But I don't feel like this is a bad thing at all. I feel like it's giving you the much needed shakeup. So you're going to see people fall away from your life. You're going to see certain things come to an end, right? You may even decide that, you know what, this environment is not for me anymore. So some of you may change your environment. Especially if you had like a certain place you'd go to and hang out, you may not go there anymore. You might find new places to go and explore and spend your free time, right? So I feel like there's big changes coming in, but with that, it does bring a lot of balance, harmony, healing, right? Temperance energy. It brings you into this more spiritually aligned place where you can find peace and you're not just going from one chaotic situation to another. So I think, honestly, from the energies I've been picking up across the board for fire signs for a while now, for months now, I feel like this is something that was well and truly needed. I think it's going to help a lot of you, okay? Obviously, it's just not going to be for everybody, but for those of you who resonate with this, I feel like this was a much needed change, and now it's coming to pass because you're making the conscious decision to take action and make those necessary changes, even if it does bring about some strife initially. After that, it's going to bring a lot of peace, a lot of harmony, a lot of balance, stability in your life, which I think you need. Because like I said, I just see you being stretched way too thin prior to this. But now, you know, you're going to be able to actually have the time to tap into yourself, to see what your needs are, what your wants are, what work you need to do, right? Because before that, you didn't even have the opportunity to do that. So these changes are very positive, you know. So when the Tower moments happen, let them happen. If people fall away from your life, let it happen. If situations just seem to come to an end, let it happen. If there are connections that you know you need to strengthen, take the steps to do that, okay? Because not everything is about destruction in this. This is only one aspect of that. This is also about healing what needs to be addressed, okay? So it's about both sides of the spectrum, allowing things to fall apart that need to fall apart and heal what needs to be healed, okay? So I hope that helps you, fire signs. Interesting readings, okay. And now, last but not least, we will go over to our air signs. So this will be for air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So, air signs, what do you need to know at this time? What time am I on? 51 minutes. Okay, not bad, not bad. I felt this reading was going to be a bit longer because there was just so much energy coming in. It was nuts. Okay. And I'm trying to like condense it as much as I can so you're not just sat here for like hours and my voice doesn't cut out. So yeah, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What do they need to know with this full moon transit in the sign of Virgo? Air signs, please. Nice. And one more card. Is it just one? Yeah, one more card. All right, thank you. So air signs, you have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. All right. And you have look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Very interesting combination there. So yes, this does scream of reconciliation if you were to look at it from a surface level, but it goes beyond that. This is about, okay, for some of you, this is about soul contracts. This is about something that is predestined. This is about aligning your energy to a higher calling, a higher purpose, a path that needs to be carved out. I do feel like as well that, yeah, it goes beyond that. I don't feel like this is just about one particular situation. I feel like for you, air signs, this is about dealing with something within. Okay, there's something within that's being reflected externally that's needing to be addressed. And by doing so, that is going to change a lot of things in your life across the board. Because there's something internally that's linked to your mental state and your emotional state that is affecting so many aspects of your life that needs to be addressed. And I feel like now you're doing that. Now you're getting to the crux of what this issue is and how that has greatly impacted different areas of your life. Okay. So we'll have to go further to see exactly what that is. I mean, of course, it's going to be different from person to person, but we can just get a general sense of what that could be. But there is a recognition. There's something to do with your mental and emotional state. There is something, some specific thing that you're now kind of realizing that, oh, this has been impacting me far greater than I initially thought. And now I'm seeing how that's played out in so many different situations. So by you addressing that, you make profound changes in your life. Because, yeah, it's necessary because it's keeping you from where you need to be, essentially, is what I want to say. because you're headed towards something that is profound, that is very spiritually aligned, but you need to address this thing first. Okay, so let's get an idea of what that could be. Tell me more about this energy. There we go. A consciousness of lack. Okay, not feeling enough, not feeling like you've got enough, that you can do enough, that you are enough, that you can be enough, right? Not enough is the energy. So however that applies to you, that's the thing that you're needing to address, this consciousness of lack. Like I said, it's something that is affecting you mentally and emotionally, and it holds you back. It stops you from being your full self. It stops you from being able to come forward in an empowered energy. It stops you having self-belief. It puts you in more of a nihilistic viewpoint. Even if you don't feel like you are, you could say, well, Demari, I'm usually very outgoing. I'm happy, I'm chirpy. I'm not taking that from you at all, but I'm just saying that on some level, there is an element of self-sabotage still, right? It could be in relation to your finances, your career. It could be in relation to romance. It could be in relation to your creative ideas. It could be in relation to your appearances, right? Whatever it is, it's going to be different from person to person, but there is something that you feel like you're lacking. And that's what you need to get to the heart of. What is it that I feel like I'm lacking, or I'm not good enough about, right? What I don't feel like I'm good enough in. Because if you can get to the issue, that particular issue, I feel like it's going to change a lot, because there is something specific that's holding you back. And I feel like by addressing this and realizing that you are enough, that you can attract enough, that will change everything. That will change your outlook. It will change the way you approach your life, the way you look at yourself, the way you feel about yourself, how you communicate with yourself, how you communicate with others, how you feel about others, right? It will change a lot of things. So I feel like this is really key at this time, okay? You have an opportunity to really get to the bottom of this, so you can be freed from this energy of lack, right? Because you're not lacking anything. Even if you feel like, okay, there's something I want to do, but I don't have a particular resource. If you generally embody this energy of abundance, feeling like you are enough, you have enough, you don't have to stress about it, you will attract opportunities, right? And then from there, you need to go and do what is needed to align to it, to be in the frequency of someone who embodies that energy, right? Of someone who would have that opportunity. So it's not enough to just manifest it and then be like, okay, well, I got it, so it's mine now. No, you need to be stepping into that same frequency. You need to show whatever that is and the universe that you are truly deserving of it, because you are embodying the energy of someone who would have that opportunity. Hopefully that makes sense. And it's not because you don't deserve it. It's just that you need to be in the right frequency to align to it. Otherwise it can come in and you can miss it, right? So that's kind of what I'm getting. Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. But yeah, okay, let's go into the Lenormand before I get ahead of myself. So Lenormand, oh, something wanted to come out. Yeah, wow, look at this, 24. This is the heart. Yes, you see there's two hearts here. Healing the heart. Healing your emotional body. Your emotional body is wounded. Right now, your heart is like this, made of stone. It's cold. It's got cracks in it. It's been through a lot. I'm not taking your experiences away from you, right? I understand this energy myself. I think we all do. On some level, right? We've all been there. Like your heart is made of stone right now because of this energy of lack. And that's blocking your abundance. That is the block that you're experiencing, because your heart is made of stone. It's become cold because of the pain, right? You see the cracks in the stone? It's because of the pain you experienced. So there's definitely healing that's required here as well. Because if you do that, you attract like, right? Like attracts like. You attract soulmates that are really of the right frequency that you're looking for, that has the same values, that really do care, that want to love you in the way you deserve to be loved. But you have to be also in the frequency of wanting to love someone the way they deserve to be loved. Do you see what I mean? So you have to be a mirror image of that frequency if that's what you want to attract. And I'm just using love as an example, but this can be anything, okay? Apply it to whatever it is that you want at this time. You have to be the mirror image of that. And that's why it's so important at this time to address this consciousness of lack. Because this is deeply ingrained. This is something that is embedded on an unconscious level, but we're making it be brought to your conscious awareness by discussing it. Okay, so this is just to get you on the right track. If you're wondering, what is it? What is my blockage at this time? I would say this is probably it for you, for a lot of you. It'll be a different thing, you know, a different specific thing, but it's that overall energy, right? Okay, and one more Lenormand card, please. Okay, thank you. Yes, the dog. Oh, these energies are so beautiful. Look at you guys, right? 18. Okay, so numbers 24, 18 may mean something to you. But regardless, you guys have so much to give. Like, honestly, the energy coming off of this is so adorable. I just want to squish your faces, okay? Adorable energy. Look at this, okay? Beautiful. You have so much to offer. Like, it would be such a crying shame if you don't get to explore the depths of your emotions again, if you don't get to really be in this energy, right? Of being, you know, open-hearted, you know, just extending that love that you have outside yourself, you know, radiating that inner light that you have. It'd be such a shame because you do have so much to give, right? And you deserve to receive it as well. But it's going to be hard to do that if you're in this energy, you know, and that's the shame of it. You know, you do have so much to give. You are very loving, very caring, very nurturing and empathetic. And, you know, you care a great deal about certain things and people, and you just have a lot to give in general. But I feel like right now it's like you're holding yourself back because you don't want to be hurt anymore. And I get that, but not everyone is out to get you, right? You have people in your life that care about you, that are loyal to you, that want to see you succeed, that want you to heal, that want you to grow, that want you to accept what you deserve. Because right now you're blocked from it, but they see that you deserve it, right? And they want to give you that love. They want to nurture you. They want to support you, but you may not be open to it. You know, you have people in your life that are loyal to you, whether you realize it or not. You do, even if it's just one person. You have people in your life. Okay. Oh, bless you guys. Okay, you're gonna make me cry if we carry on. It's just so sweet, and it makes me sad that you don't even see it. Because look at this guy. He's looking down. He doesn't see. You know. He doesn't even realize that he has such a big heart, but it's cold and it's stone now. Because he hasn't healed. There's something he hasn't healed yet. So it's worth doing that work, honestly, because it will change your life and it will allow, you know, these people to come in. You know, there's new people as well that are going to want to come in and support you and show you love and consideration and uplift you, but they can't if you're blocked to it, if you don't even give them a chance, you know. So that's kind of what I'm getting here. Okay. So tell me more about this before I get emotional, because it makes me emotional. Tell me more. Okay, 7 of Pentacles, Earth energy. Yeah. So again, you're looking back on what you've invested in situations, connections, projects, your career, yourself, your life overall, you know. And I feel like by reflecting and taking stock of where you're at, what you've experienced and what it is that you feel that you're missing or you're lacking or what it is that you want, you know, you can start digging further and see, okay, what is really underpinning all of this energy? What's at the crux of it? You know? And it comes down to the fact that you are carrying this pain. Tell me more. Yeah, 6 of Cups. Yeah. Maybe quite nostalgic. You might get quite emotional over this time, you know, remembering the good times, the positive connections you had with certain people. Okay, I got this for a couple of people. You may be reflecting on someone that passed as well. You may be remembering fond memories of someone that you were close to that you lost. It could be a family member, a friend, an ex-lover, someone that I mean passed on, that isn't around anymore in the 3D. And that can kind of trigger some emotional responses as well, And if you are having a hard time processing a loss, don't close yourself off. Don't close yourself off. Reach out to people who can support you, okay? But for others of you, this is just about reflecting on things and, all of your experiences and, kind of how that's shaped you, but also on what it is that you're seeking now. What is it that you want most now? Especially on an emotional level. How do you want to connect on an emotional level to others? What is it that you want? What are you seeking? Is it a long-term relationship? Is it, stronger bonds with certain friends? Is it healing a family dynamic? Whatever it is, that's what's kind of needing to be reflected on at this time. But I feel like there is an ability to resolve this, right? There is an ability to resolve this. I kept saying the Two of Cups wanting to come out. So for some of you, this is about a past relationship, a relationship that went awry or that didn't get off the ground. Again, especially with this energy here, this could have been with a soulmate, a twin flame, that kind of connection. Something profound, something that affected you deeply. So you may be reflecting on that and how you wish things were different or how you can change it, But I feel like there is an opportunity to resolve things if that's what you want, a personal issue reaches a resolution. So if there's someone you're wanting to reconcile with, even if it's just to clear the air, create closure, the energy is right for that, okay? I feel like whoever it is that you want to reconcile with, they'll at least open up. They'll at least be open to it, right? If you come forward and be honest and transparent and vulnerable with this person, I feel like they'll reciprocate that, okay? Especially with the heart, okay? This is reciprocal energy, okay? Okay, and next. Yeah, look at that. The Chariot transformation. You've got strong Cancerian energy coming up here. So for some of you guys, you could have Cancer in your chart, or you're wanting to connect with a Cancer, or you lost a Cancerian. But I see forward movement here. Absolutely. You can get past this is what I want to say. Despite how challenging it may be, how vulnerable it may make you feel to get to the heart of these issues and what is affecting you so deeply and emotionally, there is so much growth and power that comes from that, though. Your vulnerability makes you powerful, not weak, okay? That's something a lot of people don't realize. And by being able to explore that and communicate what it is that you want, what it is that you feel you're struggling with, you can start making positive changes. You can be shown the way, right? The divine will help you to course correct where that's needed, to come out of this lack mentality and go towards a more abundant mentality. But you've got a lot of divine guidance. You see that angel there? You have divine guidance. You have support. So you're not having to do this alone, okay? Okay, and the last card for air signs, please. Okay, yeah, you have the Three of Wands, fire energy. So, yeah, it's not been easy, of course. And I feel like for a long time, you've just been waiting to see, when is it my turn? When is it my turn to experience a deep, high-level love? When is it my turn to see success in my career? When is it my turn to see my aspirations take flight? When is it my turn to really connect with people who get me, that care about the things I do, that see my value, right? And I feel like it's been a long journey. I feel like you do. Again, I don't think you realize there are people in your life that do see these things about you, do see your value, that do care for you. But it may be that it's time to align to a new path. Maybe it's time to connect with new energies, right? And there's definitely a need to address this lack mentality when it comes to opportunities for growth, expansion, financial stability, or growth And also when it comes to building a vision, right? Building towards a vision that you have for yourself, for your life. So yeah, I feel like you've waited a long time, but now it's time to get to work, essentially, to roll up your sleeves and do the nitty-gritty work that perhaps you've been wanting to avoid. And that means looking at the cause, the root cause of this energy, which probably goes back some ways. Okay. So yeah, a lot to think about there, air signs. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I know it's not always pleasant to do this deep inner work, but honestly, it will change your life if you do. Okay, it's so important. I can't stress that enough. And especially when it comes to transforming your hearts, I mean, it'll go from being cold to warm and inviting again. I mean, look at that energy, first of all, the difference, okay, between this and, sorry, got it the wrong way around, between this and this. You can't compare them, right? This is your true frequency. This is the frequency you're in right now because of the pain you experienced and disappointments. That's where shadow work is going to be needed, okay? Whew, all right. So, yeah, that is your reading for all. Thank you so much to those who checked out the live. I saw people pop in and out. So I hope that this does help. And for those of you watching after the fact, thank you so much for checking this out. I do hope these messages bring some clarity as to the overarching themes that are coming through at this time. Yeah, if you found it useful, do hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. You can share it as well. There may be some other people you know that would really benefit from these messages. So don't be afraid to hit the share button, share that on social media. Also, if you do enjoy these readings and you haven't subscribed already, please do. And don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings are published on the channel. But for now, I hope you guys have an amazing lunation, and I look forward to doing another live reading for you soon, now that I can do them on this channel. So take care, and I will do a reading for you soon. Bye.